Hello and welcome to the Founders. Today we will be solving another LeetCode problem which is on the number 1679 based on maximum number of k sum pairs, which is a medium range question. So let's go to the question problems. So you are given an integer array norms and an integer k. In one operation you can pick two numbers, right, and from array whose sum equals k, and remove them from the array. Return the maximum number of operations you can perform on the array. So what the problem is actually, so you are given a list of array from which you have to add the two numbers from the array, and thus the sum should return the targeted value. So here in this example 1, as you can see, we are given an input of norms is equals to 1 2 3 4 which are listed in the array, and we have a target k is equals to 5. So we pick any two number from here from the list of array, and if this results the 5, this should increment our count and and if it once it is checked, we have to remove the number from the array. That is, let us see with a visual explanation. So we are given norms is equals to 1 2 3 and 4, right? So first, when we take first index and the last index, that is 1 plus 4, this gives us 5, right? And once we get our target, we'll increment our count, and we'll check for the next index value that if that gives us the target value or not. So for this case we reached our target, that is 5, and we'll press count is equals to 1, right? In this case the count is equals to now 1, and we'll remove 1 and 4 from the array, right? Remove 1 and 4 from the array. So now we have remained, we'll go for I first plus plus and last minus minus, and in this case we are only left with the two numbers in the list of array, so that is 2 plus 3, and which is also resulting us the 5. That is another we'll increment count is equals to previous value, that is 1 and plus 1, which gives us the result 2, and this is how we are getting the result here. Output is 2, right? So as you can see the explanation, starting with numbers is equals to 1 2 3 4. Thus we have checked the number from the first and the last index, that is giving us the target value of 5. We are passing the 1 to the count, and next we are checking for the next remaining numbers, that if that gives us the target value or not. So in the second case here, remove number 2 and 3. Thus we have counted this or checked this. We are removing this from the array, and then checking for the next remaining numbers. So 2 and 3, thus it gives us the 5. We are incrementing our count with plus 1, and similarly and we are left with empty array now. So there are no pair of number that sum up to 5, hence the total number of operations is equals to 2. That is what number of operations you get to result to get the targeted value. So here we are checking for one condition, one pairs, that is we are getting for one pairs, and we have another pairs, and we don't have any other pairs to check for the rest of the count. So we are here with the 1 plus 1 pair and another pair, which is giving us the result of 2. So we are getting the 2, and let us go through the example 2, which is exactly giving us the output 1, and let us understand how this is giving only the output 1. So here in the array, let me erase this. Okay, leave it. So here in the array we are given 1 3. So let me sort it first. Okay, we have to sort it. 1 3 3 3 and 4. we are given this array, and we have a target is equals to 6, that is we have to reach the target 6, and we'll check for the first and the last. Thus if the target value gives if the target value is less than 6, we'll increment the first, right? Suppose if 1 plus 4 is equals to, if 1 plus 4 is equals to 5, here 1 plus 4 is equals to 5, checking this and this, thus this is small, right? This is smaller than 6, will first plus plus, right? And we'll check for the next, and second case will 3 plus 4, we'll check for the same now, and thus as you get the result 7, we'll check for the sorry, and thus this is greater than the this is greater than the 6, right? Target value, that is target value will decrement last minus minus, right? Will decrement it from last minus minus, and will increment and decrement. So now we are in the this number 3, and we are decrementing this time this 4, coming back to this 3, and if you go to this 3, that is this 3 and this 3, this is giving us the result 6. So here we are getting the condition that is FIRST first plus last is equals to 6, right? So in this case we'll increment count plus plus, right? And again we'll check from the first, so as we now removing 3 and 3, removing 3 comma 3 from the array, and we are only left with the this number over 3 in the array. So as we can see, we don't have any other number to switch, so once we meet our target, we'll increment the first and the last. So in this case, this from here you will get to this 3, and from here also you will get to this 3. So there is no any pair left to match up with the rest of the element. Thus we are getting the output is equals to 1. So let's go through the explanation. Input is equals to nums is equals to 3 1 3 4 3, and k is equals to 6. As you got this, I have just sorted the array, and we are getting the output 1. This is how we get the output 1. So let's go to the explanation. Starting with the numbers is equals to 3 1 3 4 3. Remove the first 2 3s, then nums is equals to 1 4 3 left in the array. There are no more pairs that sum up to 6, hence the total number of operation is 1. So I hope you got this. So let us go to the constraints, right? One is less than is equals to nums dot length, which is less than is equals to 10 to the power 5. So another constant is 1, which is less than equals to nums I, which is less than is equals to 10 to the power 9, and 1 is less than is equals to k is less than is equals to 10 to the power 9. So I hope you got the approach how we're gonna solve this. So let us go through the demonstration, and we'll go through the code. Okay, first we'll sort our array, right? So RTING sorting the AOI, sorting the array. In this case the array is already sorted 1 2 3 4. So thus if it is not, this will work for the array. So we'll sorting sort, right? We'll sort from as we have the norms, it is mentioned that we have the norms that is passed as an array variable norms start. So we'll check for the norms start begin, right? And after this we'll check for the norms end, norms start end, and this will sort our array, right? After this we'll take 2 pointers, take 2 pointers and place them to first index and index, right? We'll take 2 pointers, so you can name it any name you like. So I'm naming it as integer first, right? First is equals to 0, initializing it, and integer last is equals to nums dot size which and -1, right? So this is what, and after this we are gonna initialize our count, ITIALIZ, initialize and count at first count, integers and count, integer count is equals to 0, right? Answer. Breaking down the condition, so while we'll check for the first, while first is less than last, we are checking for the condition. Okay. While first is less than the last, we'll go through this. If nums of first is, if nums of first and adding of nums of last, right? If nums of first plus nums of last gives us the result k, then now we're gonna increment count, incrementing count plus plus, right? And so after incrementing count, we are also going to remove the number from the array. So now, okay, let me comment it. Now if solution result, if the solution results the target, target, that is found pair, and then we increment, so UNT count and remove the pair from the array, right? And check for the next element. Right? So here ist first plus incrementing and here incrementing and last minus. Decrementing, right? And after this we'll check else if so if it matches the result or the target, this would go through this condition, and else if the nums first plus nums last is less than k, we are checking for this condition now. If nums first plus last. If nums first plus nums last is less than k, we'll go through we'll increment the first plus plus, and else if nums first nums still last is greater than k, right? In this case we'll decrement our from the last, that is last minus minus. Then after this yeah, we got our result return COUNT count. Okay, so I think this should be the case. Okay, let us run it. So as you can see, this is accepted, and I hope you got the result. Okay, let me submit it. So this is a runtime case, as you can see.